But 3 points are 3 points, and City have won the game, and they will go up to fourth. The final score, City 2, Leicester 0. Well, let's go back to the studio and we can get the thoughts of our panel alongside Kel Spellman.
Oh, you would know him from Holland.
Full time at the Etihad Stadium, and it is finished as the first half finished. Manchester City 2, Leicester 0. Not the result there that Ruud van Nistelrooy or Leicester wanted, but it is the result the boys in blue wanted. And that man there, given man of the match in the Etihad Stadium, Jack Grealish, with the first goal. And there was your second goal scorer, our Egyptian king, Omar Marmoush, made it 2-0 in the first half. Shaun, we wanted a routine win. We wanted to see us maybe keep a clean sheet. We did those things, and an important 3 points secured today. What did you make of tonight's game?
Massively important 3 points in terms of Champions League places. So you can only beat what's in front of you, and they did that professionally. I still think we could have offered them a bit more. I can't take anything away from how it, at times, difficult Leicester made it in terms of the low block, so many bodies through that centre of the pitch area to keep us going wide, where we realistically we knew we couldn't cross the ball in high because the chances are we don't win those options. But you just got to take the 2 points. It's job done. 2 points, job done. 3 points in the bank effectively, and keep moving on from there.
Keep moving on, of course, as well as we know. Big game at the weekend, just a small matter of a Manchester derby. Will Greenwood also in the studio. It's been a treat to have you alongside, Will. Very much enjoyed the game, I take it. And routine, but not seen us feel like that controlled in a while, Will. I don't think.
True. I'm just going to drop for my brother-in-law who's been a Leicester City fan. He's spewing right now. He's going, what's the point in turning up if you stick 10 behind the ball?
Yeah.
And what, are you playing for goal difference?
Yeah.
You're going down.
Yeah.
If you're a fan, Grand National this weekend, right?
Yeah.
We're not all professional gamblers, but if you stick your £5 on, go on, horse, have a run.
Give it a go.
Get over the chair and have a dig. And just stick your nose in front for 2 seconds and just see what might happen.
Yeah.
It's one of those staggering performances that City routine, and you can, as Shaun's absolutely, you can only beat what's in front of you.
Of course.
But, we've been watching Premier League football for 32 years. That second half could be the worst half I've seen in 32 years. What happened? Literally, what just happened then? Brilliant first half, 2-0, and I think, Shaun's, on his predictor, he's banged it out, 2-0. But just, for us, so much gone on this season that absolutely, we mustn't lose sight of the fact that getting a routine 3 points is not something we've been used to in season 24-25.
For sure.
So let's not be frustrated necessarily from the City side. I was just, as a spectacle from a Leicester City side, you're thinking at least come out and play, try and nick some, try and get back in the game, and then it could open up.
Do you reckon that will, how much is that maybe the players, or is it how they've been sent out by Ruud,
definitely, and the way the changes came late and what they were doing, it was, there were just a couple of times where Ruud could actually say they got one chance in about the 87th minute, but for a poor pass from Buonanotte, I think he pushed Jordan Ayew wide. He'll say, I've set that team up all night to frustrate, knowing that City at the back, like that Chelsea game, first pass, and other lots of games, that was it, Feyenoord. Those things, when we self-destruct a little bit, he says, he's probably set them up to say, let's just wait, because they've got a self-destruct button this year, and take advantage when they didn't. His argument just sort of falls away a little bit, that it takes two sides to have a game of football, and it just didn't feel like that tonight. No, it didn't, which very much played into City's favour, which made it 2-0. Of course, full time. Jack Grealish given man of the match, played in the middle as well, because we had Savinho and Doku. Savinho also getting the assist for Jack's goal. Brilliant to see him in the middle, but also brilliant to see him getting man of the match, because we know, as you said, Will,
been a bit stop-start this season.
It's brilliant to see him get a play full 90.
Yeah.
I think that is key for players when you're getting that full 90 minutes under your belt, and you would say the same in rugby. When you make that full 90 minutes, your lungs, you get stronger at everything, and that will be a step for him in terms of going away in that direction where he knows he should be and where we all believe he should be. And to get the goal and plus the man of the match on top of that is another little top off to the confidence booster that can push him on to the next game. But he made it hard for them to mark him in terms of he wasn't playing like your conventional number 10 where he's just in the pockets. He was out left. He was picking the ball up from centre backs where the midfielders don't really want to go. So he was finding ways to get on the ball because he knew how crowded it was in there, and that shows you how far ahead his game has come since spending time at this club, and he's taken all the tools and he used them all today, in my opinion.
Really did. I mean, and the front four we highlighted at half time how fluid they were. I wanted to take a moment to speak about both wingers, Savino and Doku. Such a threat every time they were on the ball today.
They are. As soon as I sort of got to bow down to Shaun's knowledge of football here, because I see a lot of step overs. I see a lot of movement. I know Savino got an assist first minute. I just sometimes go, what's end product? What are the numbers of assists and goals for Doku? I mean, he's extraordinary up this left-hand side. Then bang it. And it's just, oh no, come back, sit, go again. And wait. And I think as a fan, you come in and you just want a little bit more when they get in and behind players, right? Get it across or have a dig yourself. And it's just sometimes waiting for the perfect ball or the perfect pass. And I know you were saying you just have a swing sometimes, whether you're left foot or right foot, just swing your foot.
There was a few shouts. You could feel the fans almost willing it a little bit in the stadium this evening, you know?
Because they've left it there. They give you a yard, and sometimes in football you need half a yard to get a shot. If you've got a yard and the ball's in good control, I feel like that's enough time for you to like steady yourself and hit a shot. Because then no one's expecting City to do it, because everyone's expecting City to do exactly what we've been doing. And that's why when Marmoush scores his goal the other day from outside the box, I think it was a few weeks before international break, the keeper don't expect it. He's expecting him to pass it. He decides to shoot because that's what he saw. And that's what I think you get with like your Marmoush. And if Phil Foden's on Phil Foden days, that's what Phil does as well. And it wins more times than none. You get a deflection, or Savino against Leicester, a shot from Phil, keeper parries it. Things like that happen from it. And I think we need to do it a bit more.
And I'd echo in you though as well. I mean, and that's still... particularly, I mean, Savino's 2021, Doku 21, 22, but it just feels if end product, whether it be that final pass or the shot, if that, which will come, I guess, with time and playing and age, they will be devastating, won't they?
Yeah, and Joe, you know, the other things, your positives you take out tonight, Foden doesn't come on, De Bruyne doesn't come on, Bernardo Silva doesn't come on, we've got a massive game Sunday, somehow they beat us here. We were all in, and I was with a United fan, and we were 1-0 up, he said, I said, mate, the way we just don't give up. That's the sort of season we've had. So they've been rested, and on the other side of that, Riley gets some more time. Oscar Bob comes on. I mean, hugely popular. And whenever someone comes back from a serious injury like that, the crowd are always willing. He's probably come back way before time. In terms of the sports scientists and the docs, the magic they've done on that. So there's so many positives. I just think when you go 2-0 up at half time, it's a packed house. It's a Wednesday night. You're wanting the game to kick on a little bit, and in the end it's just become, as you described perfectly, a routine.
Well, maybe that's because we're spoilt as well. Well, we're used to seeing 2, then 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, and maybe now it's time to take the 3 points and just run with it for a while.
Wanted to get your word on Marmoush from you as well, Shaun. We speak about him there, and we spoke about him reading that kind of moment to get the goal, but filling in the big boots of Erling Haaland. How did you think he fared today, and what does he bring us in that central role?
I thought he done well in terms of all aspects of the game, not just his finishing, but he tried to hold the play up. I wouldn't say he's the biggest chap compared to the centre-backs he's playing. I thought he did that pretty well. The channels he was running, he was bringing the centre-backs in uncomfortable positions as well. And when he was getting opportunities to try and make something happen or get a shot off, he was taking those options as well. So you can see like his positivity all the time in everything he tries to do.
And without the ball as well. I mean, they had a corner late on or a free kick and Grealish whacked it upfield.
And he just run.
I mean, he just set off and he put pressure on and he wanted us to throw in. Football's 2 sides of the ball, right? And that ability and just showing the manager look, I know Haaland's injured, but I'm your man. I've got your goal, but I can also press on the other side of it. And that's, as a fan, that's another thing you're always looking for. You love those players who run themselves into the dirt for the team. You might get beat, but he gave everything.
Yes.
And he'll still be a legend. Remember the time he pulled that off that last-ditch tackle or he won that?
Yeah.
Those are things we come for.
It is. It makes a huge, huge difference. I mean, and defensively, we weren't really troubled, to be fair, but wanted to give a little single out to the man who obviously came on the bench at the weekend and played left back, and he didn't look out of place at all, did he? Young Nico O'Reilly there at left back.
It's a hard one, Cal, today. If I'm going off the quarter final, tremendous. Bournemouth don't hold back, do they?
No.
They go for it hammer and tongue. He dealt with everything in that game.
Yeah.
This game was a different side of the game, sort of game for him, where he had to be more concentrated than, say, your Bournemouth game, because half the time he never had to do anything defending.
Yeah.
But what I will say is when he had to do the things defending, he did it perfectly right. Even when the ball's gone over his head and he's had to make the ground up, stayed up as long as possible, didn't dive in, and he made them pass it back. And by the time they pass it back, all City players are back. So that's his job done.
Yeah.
So for me, in terms of all of that, it was fantastic. But it was nice to see him have to concentrate 100% even when he's not doing nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you're watching kids like that, you sort of say, right, if imagine a Martian came to watch who'd never watched football before and said, right, who's the kid who's just got into the team? You'd never spot. You'd never have spotted him. Just blends right in.
Yeah, he really, really did. You mentioned it there as well, and I did just want to give a special mention because it was a great positive, and the rupture of applause and the chant that came from the stand over here to Bob. I mean, the Etihad erupted, and fans have been waiting for this. He picked up that injury after being, best player in pre-season. Fantastic to see him get on the pitch, but also fantastic to see that reception.
Yeah, and look, all sports people, no one goes through their sporting career, whatever sport you take part in, injury-free. And they come, but they're challenges in it's how you react to those and how you work hard and train to get back into as good a possible shape as quickly as possible. And he's ticked all those boxes, and he knows that he's got that form in the back of his mind. He knows it's there. And it's just that game time. Like Grealish has had 90 today. He's come on. Had it been a tighter game, maybe he might not have come. Maybe they'd use Foden and other players to come on and make sure of the three. Because the luxury of Leicester City just not wanting to play football and us 2-0 up, it's like, go on and have 30, 35 minutes. Great.
Yeah, fantastic. Right, let's do it then. Let's look ahead to, I've been putting it off for long enough. Big weekend. Derby Day is up next. We head to Old Trafford Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. We'll be with you building up to that game, of course we will. Shaun, how are we feeling? Is my first question, and that's to you both. How are we both feeling coming into this derby?
For the first time in a derby, quite nervous.
Well, not the first time ever.
I was looking for
Not
Shaun.
the first time ever. How old are you? It can't be the first time we've ever been nervous about a derby. We never used to get anything.
In recent years.
Right, okay.
No, not because of so much form, more because of from the last experience when we played them here. I think it was the way we lost was just it demoralised me in terms of I didn't think we did much wrong in that game. We controlled the game, we created the majority of the chances, and then those two incidents in the space of 5-6 minutes, and you lose the game. The way Man United are playing, they just play like that now. The only difference is they're not going to have Ahmad. But I watched them just gone against Forest, and I don't think they'll play like that against us because they were very, very open.
Yeah.
Especially from set plays. But I hope they do.
Yeah.
But
They might pick Maguire up front. He nearly scored two. I know it's all this tiki-taka stuff, but stick the old centre half up front and have a dig.
If we play the 90 minutes how we played in the first half,
no problem.
I'd take us. I think, but it's going to be a different team. That's again another thing. I reckon the team will change again.
But before we get on to them, what are you thinking going into this? Because as we know, we have been quite lucky. We've been going into them quietly confident.
You guys are pros. We're going to win. We're going to win every game.
We win every game. Of course.
That's the plan. I'll turn the telly on. I'll be down with the kids on Sunday, and I'll turn the telly on, and I'll expect the team to win.
Absolutely.
You can't not on the form we've had and the performance we've had over the last 15, 20 years. Every time this football team, we might have had stutters, but it doesn't mean we start thinking,
no.
Yeah,
It's going to
a
be
simple
done.
answer. Yes,
There we go.
win.
Well, that's all I need. That's the kind of calming energy that I need, Shaun.
That's normally me.
No, that is usually you. You mentioned changes there though, and obviously, and we'll point out, bringing Phil Foden, full game arrest there. De Bruyne didn't need to come on. Bernardo also on the bench. Probably looking there, 3 players that stand out to me to maybe come on. Do you think?
But this is our assumption.
Well, it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like we don't actually, because we're going to set up to beat them, but that doesn't necessarily mean the way we set up is going to have those players that you just mentioned all in the team.
Yeah.
And that's what we're waiting to see. We don't know what Pep's thinking or the tactically way he's going to go about trying to beat this Man United team. And that depends on the personnel.
Yeah, and there's loads. I mean, even then looking in the defensive part, I mean, Kushanov hopefully will be back in the squad. So you're thinking, will he drop in? I really liked Gvardiol and Diaz.
Loads of great options.
I mean,
the stat before United played last night against Forest, I heard that I know they'd lost the last one, so not necessary to complete it. They've won back-to-back Premier League games all season.
Mad.
So when you're saying what you're thinking about Sunday, I'm going, well, yeah, of course it's a derby, therefore it brings a heightened atmosphere. Of course it's Old Trafford and the history of that. But at the same stage, just look at their form, look at their results, and if you try, and the psychologists will be at work to try and shut out the noise and understand that the pitch is still 100 metres long and 60 metres wide.
Yeah.
And this is what we do.
Yes.
Then we just go to work and get the job done.
Get the job done. Well, I think that's the perfect note to finish it on. There we go. Get the job done. Thank you very much, Will. Thank you, Shaun. Massive thank you to all of you for watching as well. So there we have it. 3 points secured. Manchester City 2, Leicester 0. Derby day awaits on Sunday afternoon. Matchday Live will be with you, of course, building up to all that action. David James and Jolien Lescott are your guests in the studio. Shaun, absolute pleasure to be back on with you as always. And Will, I've absolutely loved having you on. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Oh, mega. You've had a downgrade on the weekend, have you?
Yeah, well, that's it. We can't. Our season's peaked here now.
The big guns for Leicester City. I mean,
that's
I'll take
that. But no, Will, come back anytime, please.
Pleasure.
And please make sure you come back on Sunday afternoon. But for now, enjoy the rest of your evening. And we're going to leave you with this from Asahi Superdry. They take you on a journey through Tokyo to celebrate their partnership with Manchester City and, of course, this year's training kit. And not just that, of course, they've been ever present on Matchday Live as well. Enjoy that, and we'll see you at the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. Good night.
The Z2A of Tokyo? Sure, let's go. Z. Zigahidemo. Y is for you because there's only one. X. Check please. W is for wonder. V is valiance. U. Uniform, unified, Uchage Hanabi. T is for Takashi Ogami. S. Silver. R is for reinvention. Q. We are quietly confident. P. Precision. O. We go for one cup. N. We're those noisy neighbors. M. Meticulous, measured, mastered. L is for those late nights with friends or strangers. K is kawaii. Ah, that's cute. Che, Junin, Toiro. I is for intrigue. H is for Harajuku, the place to be yourself. G is to be gifted. F, 不可能を可能にするのは努力だ. Always express yourself. D is for dedication. C is to be carefree. B is for beer. And A for the best one there is. アサヒスーパードライ